Hey guys, so yesterday we worked on rulers with half inch using full whole numbers and half inch. So I'm going to start by labeling my ruler again with whole numbers. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I need to find where our half marks go. Okay, so I see that we have these larger lines here at each inch, right? So remember, this box is 1 inch. And see how this blue line here is longer than the other two? Well, that blue line is splitting our 1 inch in half. So just like last time, I'm going to label it 0 inches, a half inch, 1 inch. What comes next? Good. 1 1/2 inches. Remember, we're not going to say 3 halves with our ruler because that's just not how we do it with rulers. Okay. Now 2 inches. This big line here is 2 1/2 inches. 3, 3 1/2 inches. 4, 4 1/2 inches. Good. But like you see, I split my ruler this time into more parts. Let's see, how many parts did I split each inch into? How many parts did I split each inch into? 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. So if we're working with 4 parts, what fraction should our first part be? So we have 1 out of 4 parts, so our fraction should be 1. Whoa. Try that again. Our fraction should be 1/4. Now, after 1/4 comes 2/4, but 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, so we can keep that there. So 1/4, 2/4 or 1/2, then 3/4. And then we end up at 1, and that makes sense because if we have a rectangle split into 4 equal parts, 4/4 is the whole rectangle. Okay? So what do you think we should write with this guy here? What fraction is this? So we have our whole number, 1, and this is the first fourth, so 1 1/4. 1 1/2, and then 1 and how many fourths come next? 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. 1 whole inch and 3/4. Good. Okay, so a lot of times you'll start to hear, or you might hear people say, I want you to measure to the nearest 1/4 inch or the nearest 1/4 inch, because a fancy way to say 1/4 is 1/4. So if I say measure to the nearest 1/4 inch or 1/4 inch, you need to try and you need to use these lines here that split your ruler into 4 equal parts. That split each inch into 4 equal parts. So let's say I have a pencil here. And this pencil We line it up. It's 1 3/4. Good. Now let's see. Another pencil. How long is this pencil? How many inches? Yeah, so when we line it up, it's 2.5 inches. Good. We'll do one more. Okay, so I line it up. We didn't label this yet. I wonder if you could figure it out without us labeling. How long is this pencil? So you can start at the nearest whole number. Or sorry, start at that. We see that this section of the ruler goes from 3 to 4. So we start at 3. I go to 3.5. And this is next to 3.5. If we have so this is 1/4, 2/4 or 1/2, then this would be 3/4. So our pencil is 3 3/4 inches long. Good. Now I know this is kind of hard that we're not doing this with real rulers and we're not all in person together, but this was the best way that we could work with measuring. Okay, so good job. We will continue working with measuring and data tomorrow.